Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
The first half of what Michael said about England. We were told in high school mathematics, whatever is not A is A prime. Whatever Michael said about England is what India weren't doing. India is A prime if England is A. Because he talked about fearlessness. Look, Josh Butler's got a reputation. It's not only Rohit Sharma who's got a reputation. Josh Butler's got a reputation. Jason Roy's got a reputation. And they're all still playing exactly the same way, unafraid to be out. Yesterday, I got the feeling they were all walking with 50 kg backpacks on them. They were looking really burdened. And you could see how conservative they were. Look at the words Virat Kohli spoke about afterwards. He said, we weren't brave. Our shot selection, he said, it comes out of hesitating whether or not to play it. Gautam, when was the last time you saw Virat Kohli play a tail-ender's hack? Virat Kohli is beauty on a sports ground because Virat Kohli finds the gaps. Virat Kohli never loses shape. Virat Kohli playing a slog to be caught at long on. And I thought, no, man, there's something happening here. And I just thought they were burdened. I think they came in feeling the pressure of expectation. What if we don't win? What if we lose? And the moment, I remember Wasim telling me about 1999, he said, we entered the field thinking, what if? And if you enter the field thinking, what if, then you're not going to do that. And I thought they were very burdened yesterday. Maybe the aftermath of the Pakistan game, but they were so burdened. And this is something we have seen Pakistan do in the past against India. Looking very tense, India looked free. But this team was so burdened yesterday. The other point about the boundaries, look at the Ishan Kishan shot yesterday. It's about a yard inside the boundary. It's got about a yard and a bit inside the boundary. That's still a 6 in Bangalore and Mumbai. So India definitely feeling the big boundaries. When you're not playing the big boundaries, you run a lot of twos. Actually, the best example I've seen of running twos was Gerard Erasmus of Namibia in the game they won against Ireland. All the fielders on the boundary ran 4 twos. Just stop, run. So I don't think India have been inventive enough, but I think they've also been burdened by this sense of expectation. What do we do? Also, the top 3 are changing all the time.
Yeah, 3 batsmen played out of position yesterday. And
what is position when you're changing?
Fair point. Fair point. That's what it was. But interesting, Michael, when you were alluding to Owen Morgan, a few weeks ago, I had a chat with him on Zoom, and I was just doing this little survey of people's favorite one-day innings. And I had a whole list of them planned for me. And I said, Owen, I'm sure these are one of your 5. He said, no, I'm going to take you back to just after the 2015 World Cup when they played a 5-match home series against New Zealand. That's the one you were talking about. And he said, one of the innings I played there gave me satisfaction because it was an example of the new brand of cricket we were ready to show the world. 40 overs, no problem. We can get out in 40 overs in a 50-over game as long as we get the number of runs we want.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and that's exactly what India have to do, because it's beyond the T20 World Cup. To win the next World Cup, you're going to have to be ultra aggressive. 300, we've been saying for a while, Harsha, about the Indian side, going to the 2019 World Cup, we call them a 280 team. That's what they get. They get 280. It's not enough. With that amount of talent and that amount of, left-hand, right-hand combinations and freedom, they must be able to get more than that on a consistent basis. And in T20 cricket, whatever the wicket, your mindset should be with that group of players 200. Even though it's go get 200. You go out and get 60 in the first 6. Go out and attack those initial. Chris Wokes, when you face, he's going to land it on a sixpence. So dance down and try and launch him over mid on the first ball. Why not? Try and break his play. What does he want? He wants you sat in his crease, run up, just hit the top of off stump, just above, get the ball coming around hip high. You know what he's going to bowl. He might bowl a variation if you look like you're coming down, but he won't for the first couple of balls. He's going to try and bowl. He's nervous as well. So why don't you counter-attack that and go, okay, I'm going to dance down and try and launch him. That's what Jason Roy would do. That's what Josh Butler would do. You're not telling me Butler's a freak. He's fantastic. Roy's fantastic. But you can't tell me that KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma are any, worse than those two. They're not. They're high-class players that just need freedom. They need the management to completely back failure. Because in T20 cricket, if you fail doing it the right way, there's no problem. But I tell you what, India failing doing it the way that they're doing it at the minute is the worst possible way. Because It is so negative and it's so weak in mindset that I would prefer an Indian side to get bowled out for 90 in 10 overs. Absolutely going for it. Go for it. Because you've got all the talent to do so. And once they free up that mind, and look, they may free up now for the rest of the tournament and they may just get through, you never know. And I tell you what, if they do so, playing the right way, playing the aggressive mindset, you just never know in a World Cup. Afghanistan can beat New Zealand. There's no question about that. They nearly beat Pakistan. So India aren't out of it yet, but they are completely out of it if they don't change their mindset.
This T20, Gautam, is an irreverent young man or woman. Doesn't care for reputations. You carry your reputation out onto the ground, you're sunk already. Because there is no time to establish that reputation. Over 50 overs, maybe you can. There are comebacks. Even T20 has its ebbs and flows, but it's an irreverent young generation. You cannot carry that reputation out and say, I am so and so and I make 40 or 45 or 50 every time. No, averages are the worst thing that you can carry with you onto a cricket ground. You think strike rates, but if you're thinking averages, then you're I'm not saying they are thinking averages, but I'm telling you again, they look very burdened yesterday. Heavy, burdened.